Straight ahead on Live at 4. Right now, police are trying to find this 11-year-old girl. What police want you to know to help bring her home safe and sound.
Plus, they are accused of threatening Carmel High School. Now 2 juveniles are in custody, while police say they will still have increased presence at school today.
Stephen Clay's run as city council president is now over. Find out who is now taking the reins. Fox 59 Morning News Live at 4 starts right now.
And we are following several pieces of breaking news this morning. Police make 2 arrests in Carmel High School threats, so we'll have a live report on who is now behind bars.
Also on top of that, 1 person dies in a crash on Indy's northwest side. This one happening on 16th and Riverside, and we do have a crew on the way to that scene right now. And also, we want to tell you about the search for a little girl out of Speedway.
A lot happening this morning. Police are looking for this 11-year-old. They tell us LaGlacia Green disappeared from the Runaway Bay apartment. She's 5 feet tall. She was last seen wearing blue jeans and pink and gray shoes. Also, LaGlacia wore a yellow and black jacket, one you see in this photo, and you're asked to call Speedway Police if you see her.
We will keep following these stories throughout the morning, but now we want to go to our weather authority, Jim O'Brien.
And he's telling us about some record-breaking temperatures we're expecting today, Jim.
Hey guys, yeah, the best of the week, the warmest of the year, a record high perhaps may fall as well. A lot going on here in the terms of temperatures, not only this morning, but on through the afternoon, and not much out there on live guarding radar just yet as well. In fact, we're going to be looking at a lot of dry time for today. Now, it will be rather cloudy, and we'll have a few passing showers, better chances of rain coming in at times this afternoon, but not much happening here. The roads are damp and things look very good outside. As you'll notice, our satellite and radar map shows some of the steadies of the rain falling up towards Chicago and back out towards southern Iowa. Our temperatures across central Indiana are in the 60s right now, 66 degrees in Lake Monroe, 66 in Plainfield, 61 currently in McCordsville. Keep in mind our high yesterday hit 64. We're already above that here in downtown. As you'll notice, our day planner temperatures moving to 71 by 1 o'clock this afternoon. A high today at 74. The record high for today is 72. That was set back in 2016. We'll talk more about the record warmth. We'll talk about heavier rain coming back in for tomorrow and temperatures cooling down. Britt?
All right, Jim, thank you. It's already been a pretty busy morning with a few crashes out there already at 402. We've got one 16th at Riverdale, which we are going to hear some more details on shortly. But for now, avoid that area. We've also got one on the northwest side on the interstate southbound I-65. Just past 865 here, a couple of different angles. We can see some flashing lights there. That's not causing any major delays as traffic is pretty light. Scott?
All right, Britt, thank you. And breaking news this morning, 2 students are arrested after making threats directed at Carmel High School.
Both now are facing felony charges of intimidation, and Alexa Green is live outside Carmel High School, where students are headed back to class after a long holiday weekend. Alexa?
That's right. Good morning, Lindy and Scott. Well, parents, students, and staff will still see an increased police presence here at the high school today. We are told that is just as a precaution, but Carmel police tell us they are confident the 2 students responsible for making these threats are now behind bars. Now, this all started late last week. Threats or rumors of threats were talked about at the high school. On Wednesday, the principal sent out a message reassuring everyone that those threats were just rumors. But some students still tell us they were uncomfortable, and some parents even decided to keep their kids home. And then this weekend, another message was sent out, this time saying police were involved and that there were in fact 2 threats that Carmel police were looking into. Then late last night, police announced that those 2 males, both students here at the high school, were taken into custody. Now, police sent out a message saying the boys made those threats, but, quote, had no means to carry them out. Now, the 2 students have not been identified because of their age. They were taken to the Hamilton County Juvenile Detention Center. But again, while police say they do have the 2 people responsible behind bars, we do expect to see more security, more police officers here at the school today when classes resume. We're live at Carmel High School. Alexa Green, Fox 59 News.
Thank you, Alexa. And you may ask, what are all the consequences someone could face when threatening schools? Well, if the person involved is under 18, they could get probation and be expelled. When they turn 18, the charge will be dropped from their record. If the charge is waived to adult court, it could face up to 2 years in prison. Lawyers say tougher penalties may be needed to curb the spike in school threats.
Since 2012, there have been approximately 400 incidents involving guns in schools. And as you can see, really in the last 1 to 2 years, it's even escalated further than that.
All right, right now, Republican lawmakers telling us they have no legislation in motion to make tougher penalties, but say amendments may be made this session.
Ball State University police are trying to track down someone accused of sexually assaulting a student on campus, and the victim met the person, we're told, through social media. This is according to the public safety advisory from the school. University police say the suspected assault happened on Sunday at a residence hall. Now, the school isn't releasing much more information to protect the victim's privacy. Ball State police are asking anyone with information to contact them.
Now 4:06, a woman who watched her fiance get shot during a deadly robbery is now talking about that experience. Chad LaPlante died 2 weeks ago. He was shot earlier this month while trying to buy a video game system from somebody online. He arranged for him, his fiance, and two friends to meet the seller at 32nd and Emerson. When they got there, witnesses say he was robbed and shot as he tried to run away.
It's a nightmare that I can't wake up from. I'd get so mad at him because he just trusted everybody. I'm like, there's bad people out there. He didn't care. Or he thought people had a heart like him, and obviously not.
LaPlante's murder was the 18th criminal homicide in Indianapolis this year. No arrests have been made in the case. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 262-TIPS.
And that's just one of several unsolved cases IMPD is handling, and a new set of eyes will be in town today to look at how IMPD can improve homicide investigations. The department says it wanted a review after seeing an increase in the unsolved cases. The Police Executive Research Forum is visiting a handful of departments, and officers say they expect the group to look at everything from the time the 911 call comes in to bringing a body to the coroner's office.
So we're hoping that they help us as we develop this witness assistance program that the council recently approved. Technology, if there are things in the technology world that we don't know about that can help us. Do we need analysts? Do we need more people? All those things that we're looking at to see if we can do better.
The research organization will be in town today through Thursday, and officials say they'll likely visit again next month to talk about suggestions.
All right, for months we have told you about how IPS is thinking of asking you, the taxpayer, for nearly $1 billion. But the district could reconsider that today. The school board is considering reducing the amount they'll ask for through a referendum on the May ballot. This comes after a State Board of Education member spoke out against the measure. Right now, the amount stands at more than $930 million. The board could discuss the changes at its meeting at 6 o'clock tonight.
Making way for a $1 billion hospital complex in Carmel, but this could mean homeowners in one neighborhood may need to pack up and move. Plans call for building the complex near 96th and Spring Mill Road in Carmel. That's about where a dozen homes sit. That's the Lacoma Estates neighborhood. Well, a developer is asking the city to rezone about 30 acres in that area. The complex would include parking garages, a roundabout, new buildings, and connecting walking bridges. Homeowners tell us they received a letter about the plan, but many neighbors are split when it comes to selling their home.
I can see why people are torn. It's a really nice place to live, relatively convenient to everything, and yet we have nice big lots and a lot of room, and it's a quiet street, so I understand why people wouldn't want to sell too.
The plan does not say which hospital is behind the plan, but neighbors say it's part of St. Vincent. The hospital is not confirming or denying, but say they are focusing on an innovative approach to expanding care. The project goes before the Carmel Planning Commission in April.
4:09 right now. Former presidential candidate throwing his hat into the Senate race.
The surprise endorsement he's getting from a former rival in his own party.
And using sunscreen at school. No doctor's note required. How soon this could become a reality for your child.
Besides going to school, a local student creates a fake one. Find out how the 7th grader managed to dupe the state.
And can you believe it? Temperatures in the 60s right now on the 20th day of February. That's how we're waking up. On this Tuesday morning, incredible warmth underway. A very warm day expected right on through central Indiana. We'll talk about heavier rain arriving later on tonight and a big cool down for tomorrow. All that coming up in a few minutes.
That is Jason Aldean. He's one of the singers coming for the Country Mega Ticket Tour. The shows will be at the Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center, and we want to send you all to all of them for free. Well, maybe one of you. Go to our Fox 59 Facebook page to enter. We will announce the winners on Fox 59 Morning News on Friday, February the 23rd.
You're watching Central Indiana's #1 morning news.
Good morning. Get ready to ditch the coat today. We're expecting record-breaking temperatures that will make it feel like summer here in central Indiana. Our weather authority Jim O'Brien will tell us in just a few minutes just how warm it will get.
Demanding tougher gun laws. Today, 100 students who witnessed a shooting at their Florida high school will travel to the state's capital to get the attention of Republican lawmakers there. In D.C. yesterday, a group of teenagers held a 3-minute lie-in outside the White House. They hope the demonstrations serve as a call to action for gun control, which Republican leaders have continuously blocked. The White House says President Trump is open to improving background checks, but nothing about gun control or assault-style weapons. Trump is in contact with a senator who is sponsoring a bipartisan bill to strengthen regulations. In the past, even those efforts were blocked from debate. Meanwhile, the student charged in the shooting spree appeared in court yesterday but did not say anything. Nicholas Cruz is charged with 17 counts of murder. Investigators say Cruz had at least 10 rifles that he bought last year alone. Police are trying to determine where he bought them from.
Well, it appears President Trump is changing his tune with a former rival. He's now endorsing Mitt Romney's bid for Utah's Senate seat after once calling him the dumbest candidate. Trump tweeted last night saying Romney will make a great senator and worthy successor to Orrin Hatch, and he has Trump's full support and endorsement. Romney also thanked the president for his support in a tweet, and this comes after angry moments between the two less than 2 years ago. Romney was one of the top GOP critics of Trump's behavior during the 2016 campaign, calling him a fraud and a phony. Trump mocked Romney for his loss in the 2012 election, calling him a choke artist. But the criticism on both sides died down after Trump won the presidency and Mitt Romney tried to become Secretary of State.
Sunscreen preventing skin cancer, but many Indiana students can't use it, at least not at school. Now there is a new push to change that rule. Lawmakers just approved a bill that allows students to carry sunscreen at school without a doctor's note. Supporters say it is necessary because some school districts have strict sunscreen rules. The bill now heads to Governor Holcomb's office. If he signs it into law, it takes effect July 1st.
The flu hits a dance studio in Franklin hard, and it turns out the germs hid in places there you may never even think about. Les Rose Dance Academy owner Amanda Nixon says more than 200 students walk through her doors each week, and she hired a company to clean the studio. They used a bacteria testing tool to measure the germs. Well, the CDC says anything less than 100 is considered safe. The bar tested at more than 600. The door handle was more than 12 times the standard safe limit.
At least get the majority of the germs or whatever that's floating around down, so maybe that we can kind of help stop the spread of this flu that's going around.
Crews there are using a chemical-free formula they say disintegrates germs to prevent the spread of the flu. Doctors say if your child has the virus, keep them home from school and other activities until their symptoms are over. This story. A 7th grade student uses his smarts to dupe the Indiana Department of Education.
The 13-year-old boy in northern Indiana created a fake school and kept it running for years. School officials fell for it. They say it is the first time they know of that this has happened. Leo Cavender is a part-time student, apparently part-time superintendent. Leo says he's worked on the fake school since the 1st grade. He even coded a website for it and updates with it, school delays and closings, etc., etc. Leo applied his fake school for registration, and it worked.
I had seen other school corporations, and I just thought it was cool to have my own.
Well, sure, every kid needs their own school corporation. The Department of Education gave Leo a non-public school number. A spokesperson says the process is nearly automatic and the number can't do anything on its own. The state revoked the number after realizing Leo's district actually has no students.
I love
Bring
him.
it down the man. You can't do that.
Leo's school districts, well, apparently they're on a 2-hour delay.
I wonder if we've run their closing before.
I've seen us run some school closings before, or just a general closing for a business that did not exist.
Looks a little
Yeah,
fishy.
It sneaks underneath the radar. So good for him, though. I mean, that's
know.
creative. He'll have his own Phoenix University or
Yes,
whatever
I
you call
know.
that. Or,
I wonder what
online.
he'll do.
Yeah.
Well, it's northern Indiana, so we probably didn't run that crawl. You know.
No, not that one.
I've been up in
I'm
Fort
sure
Wayne.
we've run a couple before or something.
Well, if you're going to Leo's school today,
Yeah.
wait a while.
I think it was like for some kind of workout facility or something. It just had a really funny name.
Oh,
And I
that we
remember-
ran?
Oh,
That
Yeah,
was,
we
oh,
ran.
how funny.
Yeah, it said, "Oh, this will be closed for tonight," and it was some kind of made-up name. And I'm
The
like,
Jim O'Brien ballet class.
yeah, exactly, something like that. Well, no school delays this morning, guys. I mean, we're great. I
It's
mean,
so
Yeah,
nice.
especially you.
Yeah, it feels awesome outside. Warmest of the week, warmest of the year.
Is this your
best
pick of the
day of the
week?
week? It is the pick of the week.
Fine.
Yeah.
Pick of the year so far, I bet.
It probably
of
is
the
pick
week.
of the year. All right.
Hotwa.
I don't have a graphic for pick of the year.
Why
I would make that one. I don't know.
It's the POTY.
Well, it's kind of hard to figure that one out. You're not in the
Tough one.
Farmer's
Yeah,
Almanac.
it's early on. All right, let's talk about what's happening outside, guys. Visibility looks great. Not as wet this morning as it was on Monday morning at the same time, but I can tell you visibilities are good. We're looking at a lot of dry time for today. Visibilities are 10 miles right now here in downtown and across central Indiana. All the rain really kind of gathering up through northern Indiana for today. A lot of this will be moving from northern Illinois up into northern Indiana and then back out towards southern Michigan. So we're going to see a lot of dry time this morning. Roads are damp. It will be rather cloudy, but very warm. As we head throughout not only this morning but into the afternoon. We will have a few spotty showers, but a lot of dry time is expected for today. It's once we get into later on tonight that we'll start to see this cold front come in, and this will bring us a very good chance of rain and a few thunderstorms, it looks like, late tonight into early tomorrow morning. The front is still sitting off towards the west. That does not get here until after midnight and into early tomorrow morning. So we're running 19 degrees warmer than this time yesterday morning. The same in Bloomington, 14 degrees warmer in Terre Haute. Our temperature's at 66. The high all day yesterday was 64, so we're already warmer than Monday. 66 in Bloomington, 64 degrees in Terre Haute, and 63 the current temperature in Lafayette. Mostly cloudy skies out of the airport and a south wind at 23 miles per hour. Incredible warmth. Normally this morning, we should be at about 25 degrees for a morning low on average. We're running 40 degrees above average, and temperatures this afternoon will likely hit the lower 70s, we think, here in downtown. 74 in Carmel, 73 in Greenwood, looks like 73 in Mooresville, and 71 in Greencastle. Now, we'll time out the rain tomorrow morning. It will be heavy at times tomorrow morning, and this will be the transition to much colder weather. We'll be dealing with rain, it looks like, for most of the morning and early afternoon on our Wednesday. Along with that, we're going to be looking at temperatures falling and pretty breezy conditions. So tomorrow, not a good day. Enjoy today's weather. Again, a very good chance of rain tomorrow morning, and then another push will be coming, it looks like, late Wednesday and into Thursday. So a lot of rain chances here. I mentioned this on Monday that some days would be drier than others. Today will be that day where we'll enjoy a lot of dry time, but you can see the rainfall potential, it looks like, going into tonight and on through tomorrow. 1 inch to maybe as much as 2 inches will fall in some locations. All right, our 7-day forecast now looks like this. Temperatures today at 74. The record high for today is 72, set back in 2016. Tomorrow we'll drop down to 44. We'll hang in the 40s pretty much all day long. Rain will be heavy at times. It looks like going into Thursday we'll have temperatures at 43. Our best chances of rain on Thursday will be early in the morning. Friday, it looks like temperatures at 56 degrees. We'll have rain likely, even a few thunderstorms on Friday. And going into the weekend, right now, Saturday looks wet. Sunday, dry, a little bit cooler, 43, and then back up to 49 as we head into, it looks like, Monday of next week. And again, today's a pick of the week. We'll be at 70, it looks like, by noon, and a high today at 74.
Thank you, Jim. It's 4:21, and a high school basketball giant is ready to return to its former glory.
How the Newcastle Trojans plan to revive their winning tradition at sectionals next week.
Here's a steal by Forsberg. He's got Arvidsson with it. Forsberg, backhand feed to the slot. Johansson through the legs. Score!
Now you see it, now you don't. Nashville's Predators make backward passes without looking, and Victor Arvidsson puts the puck in the back of the net for the goal. The Predators beat the Ottawa Senators 5-2. And here are the rest of your morning scores.
Welcome back. Tonight, the Hoosiers are trying to keep their winning streak intact. IU will be in Nebraska to compete for their 5th straight win. These are highlights from last weekend during IU's very close 84-82 win against the Iowa Hawkeyes in Iowa. Tonight's game coming a little more than a week before the Big Ten tournament. The tip-off there is at 9 o'clock.
Well, it's been a decade since Newcastle High School won a sectional title, but next week, the top-ranked Trojans want to end that drought. Juniors Mason Gillis and Luke Bumbelow have led the Trojans to the #1 ranking in Class 3A. Right now, they've won 20 games. They've only lost 2. Team members remember stars like Steve Alford and Kent Benson and the 2006 state title team. For this year's Trojan squad, living up to that tradition in the world's largest high school field house is important.
When I was a little boy, I always used to grow up watching Zach Hahn and Chase the Goal, and they were like, I loved them after the game. It's like today, whenever the kids come up to me after the game, like that's how I was when I was a little guy. And I remember watching them going to semi-state, and they eventually won state as a team, and just really growing up watching Zach Hahn and Chase the Goal.
If you look at like all the banners, it's a huge tradition. Newcastle is definitely tradition built, so I think we're just trying to add on to that.
The duo will lead the Trojans into next week's sectional at Newcastle's Chrysler Fieldhouse.
All right, and finally, a new tenant at Lucas Oil. The Indy 11 are ready for a new start in a new league. The boys in blue are 1 week into training and 1 month from their first match of the season. And to kick it off, the team welcomed guests at a media day yesterday. Now, in between posing for a few pictures, the 11 got the chance to scope out the turf of their new home for the first time.
Hopefully we can turn it into a fortress and, win just about every game in here and kind of, make it a thing where, teams fear coming in here and playing us, so that's the goal.
I saw my first NFL game here. I saw an Elite 8 game here. As players, like this is as good as it gets. So we're chomping at the bit to get out here.
Anytime you get to play in a world-class venue like this, it's fun as a player. The fans have been awesome since I've been here, and I think they'll come here and pack this place and make it loud and get things going.
The team's first regular season game in the USL is next month. Time right now is 4:27, giving a local mall a major facelift.
Wynn Crews will start working on a new and improved version of Circle Center Mall.
Plus, bringing a missing child home safe and sound. Well, police are telling us about an 11-year-old that could help find her. Breaking news, a sigh of relief in Carmel. Police are saying 2 juveniles accused of making threats against the school are now in custody.
Plus, a new set of eyes on IMPD today. Who's bringing their expertise to the Circle City to help the department work on closing some of these homicide cases?
Also, it is a presidency that lasted less than 2 months locally. Who's heading up the City County Council now that Stephen Clay is out?
And sitting in the lap of luxury while catching a Pacers game. Our Sweet Life series continues today, and Kyle Inskeep is telling us how you can live like royalty at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Fox 59 Morning News at 4 continues right now.
From Indiana's #1 news source, this is Fox 59 Morning News.
Check it out. Flooding in the Queen City continues today, and what you're seeing here, Cincinnati, expected to get worse. Recent rainfall causing rivers there to swell. Forecasters expecting the Ohio River to reach its point by tomorrow. Good morning, and thanks for joining us. I'm Scott Jones.
And I'm Lindy Thaxton. He's Jim O'Brien. It's so nice out.
Yeah, it is nice, and we're getting a little bit of a break, not only in Cincinnati, but right here, too.
From the rain.
So, yeah, from the rain, that is. Not from our temperatures. No. Temperatures will be breaking perhaps later on this afternoon. We're going to be looking at a high of 74. The record high today is 72, set back in 2016. So the warmest of 2018 underway for today. Already pretty warm out there as temperatures are in the mid-60s to upper 60s, and not much on live guardian radar. We're going to see a lot of dry time today. As you'll notice, that rain is really set up now across northern Illinois, extreme northwestern Indiana, and up towards Michigan. They can have it for today. We'll have plenty of it on the way late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. We're at 61 in Edinburgh, Logansport at 59, 63 though up in Frankfort, and it looks like Plainfield checking in at 66 degrees. Spencer at 65. As we break down your day planner here today, temperatures at 71 by 1 o'clock this afternoon. A high today expected to top out at 74. We'll have much more on the rain for tonight, exactly how much we're expecting, and it will be much colder for tomorrow. Get ready for that. We'll break that down here in just a couple of minutes. Britt, over to you.
All right, Jim, thank you. 4:32 right now. We've had a few problems out there so far this morning. We do still have accident investigation at 16th and Riverside Drive. Also, we've got a new one on the west side, Washington Street, near 465. I-65 at 865, still dealing with an earlier crash there. We're still seeing those flashing lights. Southbound I-65, this is south of 865. Northbound traffic is moving okay. Here's a look at that crash on the west side I just mentioned. On that ramp, Washington Street at 465, we are seeing some flashing lights there. It's not really hugely affecting interstate traffic, though, as both directions of 465 are moving okay. Scott?
All right, Britt, thank you. This morning, we're also following breaking news out of Speedway. Police are looking for a missing girl. They tell us 11-year-old LaGasia Green disappeared from the Runway Bay apartment. She's 5 feet tall, was last seen wearing blue jeans and pink and gray shoes. Also, LaGasia wore this yellow and black jacket. The one you see in the photo, you're asked to call Speedway police if you have seen her.
Breaking news right now, police arrest 2 male students in connection with social media threats directed at Carmel High School. Police say the threats they made on Snapchat were fabricated and they had no means to actually carry them out. But extra security will remain in and around the high school as a precaution. Right now, both juveniles are facing charges of intimidation. That's a level 6 felony. And police say they are still following up on further leads regarding the investigation.
Time right now is 4:33 and happening today, a new effort to solve more homicides.
IMPD is bringing in a fresh set of eyes to look at how their cases are handled. And Jillian Deem joins us live from IMPD headquarters now. So Jillian, how did this whole thing even come about?
Well, Lindy, IMPD is explaining that they applied for this assessment. Experts coming in from Washington, D.C. Starting today, they'll be here in town through Thursday, and they're going to offer some technical assistance to officers. Now, Indy, actually, our city, one of only a handful of cities to be selected for a project like this from the Police Executive Research Forum with funding from the Bureau of Justice Assistance. IMPD officials say they applied for this assessment after seeing more cases and sadly less of those cases solved. This year's rate, which includes cases from 2018 solved this year and cases from 2017 solved this year, sits around the national average. However, last year's numbers were disappointing at about 40%.
I think that we have world-class investigators. They do absolutely everything they can to solve these cases, but we can always do better. And having some experts from outside our agency take a look at it, not just our processes, but looking at the entire process from the minute a call comes in, the 911 center, until the person's taken to the coroner's office. Really looking and examining all that to see if there's any way we can get better.
And Bailey says they're hoping the group can help them develop the Witness Assistance Program, which the council recently approved. And officials from the Police Executive Research Forum say based on their recommendations, they'll deliver an individualized training and technical assistance program. And again, they're here today through Thursday. I'll likely be back again next month. And important to note here, this comes at no cost to IMPD. They applied for this and got this. And as a reminder, always, anyone with information about a case that has been unsolved should call police right away. We'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Jillian. 4:35 and another major shift in power. This on the City County Council. Take a look.
Tonight, we begin that process of moving forward. Madam Clerk, I deliver for your certification my official resignation as president of the City County Council.
Stephen Clay's rocky 6 weeks as president of the Indianapolis City County Council came to an end. Clay resigned before the council had the chance to vote him out of his post. Tricia Hart joins us now with what's next for the council. Tricia?
Well, Clay agreed to a peaceful transfer of power to Councilman Vop Ostley, saying he had no regrets during his brief 6 weeks as council president. Clay's presidency is marred by firings, allegations of office cover-ups, and then, of course, a lawsuit filed against him by his fellow councilors. The City County Council was slated to vote on Clay's removal at last night's meeting, but before the vote, Clay handed in his resignation. The council then proceeded to a special election where the council unanimously voted to elect Councilman Ostley as their new president.
I believe that in this moment that Mr. Ostley provides the best way forward for our council, and we're going to support that effort tonight.
I feel like this has been an embarrassment to the city of Indianapolis. We are better than this, and unfortunately, this is a bruise that's going to take a while to heal.
After resigning, Clay left the meeting, telling our crews he would not be coming back to do his job. In the meantime, the man he voluntarily handed his position to took the post without any challengers. Ostley says now it's time to move forward. He tells Fox 59 changes to committee chair positions could soon be coming. But remember, Clay bumped heads with his own party after he put Republicans in key committee seats. But what exactly those changes will be remain unclear. Lindy?
Thank you for that, Tricia. And this change in power on the City County Council happened in just 6 weeks, as we've mentioned. The council voted Stephen Clay to the presidency January 8th. 3 weeks later, councilors put a vote on whether to remove him from the office on the schedule for last night. 2 days after that, Clay fired members of the office staff. Those firings led to a lawsuit. And early this month, Clay claimed there was misspending and a cover-up in council offices.
It is a major mall makeover.
When you can expect to see some big improvements to Circle Center Mall downtown.
Plus, get the royal treatment while watching the Pacers. Fox 59's Kyle Inskeep is once again enjoying the sweet life, this time at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. He will take us into an exclusive suite there you may have never seen.
And temperatures are great outside. This morning, we're in the mid-60s already. It's going to be very warm later on today. The best of the week. A lot of dry time as well. We'll talk about rain and thunderstorm chances going up tonight. Temperatures going way down for tomorrow.
Thank you, Jim. Well, on this day in Black history, Quincy Jones made Grammys history on February 20th, 1991. Jones received the Grammy Legend Award, and this made him the most nominated artist in the history of the awards. He had 76 nominations. To this day, he still takes the top spot with a total of 79 Grammy nominations. Jones has won 27 in his entire career. Watch Fox 59 all month long for more Black history facts.
Well, good Tuesday morning. We're at 4:42 and starting out pretty darn good here. Temperatures are in the mid-60s at this hour. Along with that, dry conditions across most of central Indiana. It is damp out there and very spring-like. We'll talk about our rain chances as we head into later on tonight and record warmth later on this afternoon.
Thank you, Jim. Circle Center Mall is about to get a major upgrade. It's about to go through a multi-million-dollar renovation. This will be the biggest enhancement in the downtown shopping center's 25-year history. Changes include food court improvements, also some remodeled bathrooms, and there will be new lighting in the mall and parking garages, along with more seating and charging areas.
Circle Center was a catalyst for, really the main catalyst of growth for downtown Indianapolis. And to continue to evolve with the change in downtown Indianapolis, the demographic and the needs of that customer base, we are evolving as well.
You can expect work to start this spring. It will take about 2 years to finish all the renovations. Construction won't affect your shopping, though. It will mostly take place after hours.
Our special series, The Sweet Life, continues today. And this morning we are headed to Bankers Life Fieldhouse to explore the luxury suites there.
Kyle Inskeep is here with a look at a very exclusive area of the Fieldhouse. Kyle.
Hey, good morning to you guys. So there are regular suites at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, and of course, those are nice. And then there's the Sells Group Loft, and this space can only be described as heaven on earth. The Pacers are rolling this season, and fans are packing the Fieldhouse to see them play. But not every seat in this arena is created equal.
Hi, welcome to Sells Group Loft.
One step inside, and I could already tell this place wasn't just nice, but really nice.
What's neat about this space is food and beverage is included.
And there are food options galore. On one end, you have traditional game day snacks, things like popcorn, nachos, hot dogs, and pretzels. And just down the way, you're basically in a 5-star restaurant.
A chef-driven menu that rotates, game by game, season by season. We're really able to put our little touches on it.
The menu on this night included prime rib, roasted salmon, St. Elmo's shrimp cocktail, short rib linguine, and a kale Caesar salad. And how could I forget, there was a custom milkshake station.
The sweetest sweet, we'll call it in Indianapolis.
And the sweets aren't the only tasty thing. The whole dang menu, delicious, y'all.
Oh my God. It was so good. No alcohol since I'm on the clock. But even the Sprite tastes better.
So let's talk about where you can sit and watch the game inside the Sells Group lofts. You have two options. The first is the more traditional theater box seats. One level below, you'll find the loges. Each of these come with 2 TVs you actually get to control.
You could be at the game, but watching a different game.
Exactly.
Or watching the news, Fox 59.
Exactly.
So just what will this view cost you?
So to give you kind of a large number, I would say anywhere from $65 to $90 per year.
$1,000?
Correct.
But keep in mind that price tag includes 4 tickets to every home Pacers and Fever game, and you get access to the suite for every concert and special event at Bankers Life.
So it's pretty much a dead-on view for concerts and events, and obviously it's not a bad view for basketball games either.
Don't you just want to dance when you hear that
Yes.
sound?
Oh, I do.
That's
Hey,
nice.
We'll just watch you do
Yeah,
it.
so a lot of people.
Let's do it for us.
Scott, you got the moves. So a lot of people and
It's
businesses
Scott.
want a
Mr.
spot in
Jones.
there, but
Yeah.
they only have, I think it seats like 108 altogether. Rumor has it Pat McAfee wanted one of these spots, and they were like, sorry, buddy. We're all sold out.
Just get yourself a bar stool and you'll be happy.
Yeah. Boom, pow.
Whoa.
Yeah, so now, but when I was at Michelle Obama the other day, I just kept looking down there to see who was in that area because I'm like, I know you guys are getting the royal treatment down
Yeah.
there. Just throw me some prime rib.
Sounded
or
like you were
something.
going to say, when I was at Michelle Obama's a couple days ago. It's like,
We
what?
hang out in my off
Boy,
time.
the food looked good. You've
It did
had
look
it.
good, yeah.
I have,
You've
yeah,
been-
right when that opened up, I had an opportunity to take Molly up there, my oldest, and
Yeah.
we ate good. Yeah.
Did you tell her this isn't how we go
She
to most
saw,
games?
You know, I think it was like they had like a build your own Sunday
Oh, yeah.
bar
Oh, yep.
with
Mhm.
M&Ms
good.
and ice cream and everything, and it was very good.
And all the
sweets are
liquor's
nice.
included as well.
Yeah.
Huh?
All the liquor's included
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
It's a party, to say the least.
Yeah.
It is a party.
And by the way, there's a game going on while you're
Oh,
up there,
right,
too.
that
Yeah,
thing.
let's not forget there's
That's
a
kind
game.
of a side
Oh,
stream.
yeah.
All right, we're at 446. Thanks so much, Kyle. Visibility at 10 miles right now. We're looking very good outside here this morning. We started out Monday morning kind of wet, especially across downtown Indianapolis and then all points up towards the north. This is where we had 1 to as much as 2 inches of rain that fell on Monday across the northern sections of Indiana. Right now, we're not seeing much out there on the radar. And we're not expected to see much in the way of rainfall throughout the morning and even for the better part of the afternoon. A lot of today will be dry. It'll be cloudy and breezy, but very warm. Now, eventually some showers will start to catch up, but I think our big push of rain really doesn't get here until later on tonight and into early tomorrow morning. So our Futurecast models are showing the general chances of rain on through this afternoon will continue up through northwestern Indiana. A lot of dry time expected for today, and a lot of warmth will be on the way as well. I think it's going to be the warmest so far of 2018 and the warmest perhaps in quite some time. Could be a record high later on this afternoon. Now, eventually, this cold front will come in. Notice the timestamp, though, at 9 o'clock tonight. So our big push of rain does not get here until late tonight and into early tomorrow morning. That will usher in not only heavy rain, but the cold front, yeah, it will be much colder for tomorrow. You better enjoy today's temperatures. The warmest of the week by far. 19 degrees warmer already than yesterday morning. We're at 66. Another thing to think about, all day yesterday, the high was 64. We're already 2 degrees warmer than that. So we are definitely going to be shooting for the 70s later on this afternoon. A south wind, by the way, at 23 miles per hour. Now, our timeline for today, notice our temperatures climbing by 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll have temperatures in the lower 70s. And as we move into the afternoon in your hometown, 73 in Greenwood, 72 in Greenfield, Mooresville topping out at 73 degrees. Now, here's the rain late tonight, early tomorrow morning. There will be a big push of rain coming on through. Our best potential of rain will be tomorrow morning, but then another wave will start to build in, it looks like, late Wednesday night into Thursday. So we're not out of the rain chances just yet. And I mentioned each and every day this week we would have rain chances. We'll start to dry out, it looks like, sometime on Saturday night and into the day on Sunday. So each and every day, decent shot of rain, although today, one of the driest of the week. As we take a look at rainfall totals for tonight, heading into tomorrow, potential of 1 to maybe as much as 2 inches of rain in some locations, especially in northern sections of Indiana, northwestern Indiana. We'll have the best push of rain because they're getting some now, and we'll see better chances later on tonight into early tomorrow morning. All right, our 7-day forecast now looks like this. Temperatures at 74, the record high for today, 72, 44 for a high tomorrow. It will be a colder day tomorrow. As we go into our forecast on Thursday, our best potential of rain will be early in the morning, and then heading into Friday, temperatures at 56. It looks like Saturday, more rain and thunderstorms, but will dry out. Sunday, finally, some quieter weather building back in. Britt?
All right, Jim, thank you. Just before 4:50 right now, we've got a few crashes out there already so far this morning. Some that have happened a while ago. Minnesota Street at Sigsbee Street, though, this is a new one. We've also got that earlier crash being investigated, 16th Street at Riverside Drive. We've still got one on the west side, too, along 465. I'll show you in a moment. I-70 at Emerson Avenue, though, both directions are still pretty wide open there, and the interstate is moving fine. As mentioned, on the west side, we do have a crash on that Washington Street ramp at 465. Not really affecting traffic. Both directions are still moving okay. We do have that activity there, though, on the west side.
All right, Britt, today it's all about your furry or feathered friend, maybe scaly, maybe you got a fish, who knows. It's National Love Your Pet Day. This holiday is a time set aside to give extra attention to and pamper your pets.
And we want to show you some of our furry family members.
All right, we start with this. This is our executive producer's dog, Tank.
Tank. Oh, there's Cowboy. There's Jim's Cowboy.
Britt Baker
So fluffy.
apparently has 2 dogs, Harvey and Tico, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, head over to our social media pages. We will try and get your pets on air this morning. And here I have a picture of my cat because I don't have any actual pictures. So
Now, this is an older cat.
Yeah, you don't have
any
any
pets.
animals right now.
Crackers. No, I don't.
No.
Yeah.
While you guys discuss
Looked
them, I draw
like
a
a
picture
gorgeous
of a dog.
cat, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Isn't it funny how dogs will sit up on the back of the couch like that?
Oh,
like
that's
yours were?
that's their spot. They like to sit up there and sun themselves or bark at anything that passes by.
Oh, this is your dog?
Yeah.
Harvey's a lot fluffier right now, though. He's grown out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's really.
Boy, that's a...
There's my dog.
And what kind of
Wow.
breed was that?
A fat dog. Fat dog breed.
Wait,
FDB.
where are the eyes?
They're right there at the top. I ran out of room.
Don't ask questions, Britt.
We've been told to wrap it.
Okay.
Can't imagine why.
Whatever. It's gold right there.
Those of us that really have pets, we do love them.
Yes.
Might be more of a bronze, to be honest with you.
Oh, my
Yeah,
medal
it's
for
not quite-
those?
yeah, not
Let's
quite
see you
bronze.
coming up with anything there, Lefty. Hey,
I
in
have
some
a dog.
places, a
I
KFC
said a
staple
picture.
is in short supply.
Find out where the fast food chain is running out of chicken and why this may not be an easy fix.
And we have plenty coming your way that is fresh at 5. Facebook is being accused of spying on its users again. What you should be aware of if you use the social media platform. Fox 59 wants to wish you a happy birthday. Today is Amber Jones, celebrating a milestone. She is turning 30, the big 30. Your mom says, happy big 30. We hope it's a good one, Amber.
Pretty picture, Amber. Have a happy birthday. And if you have a birthday wish to share, just visit fox59.com/happy birthday. Post their name, birth date, and your shout out, and we'll try to get it on the air.
Time now is 4:55. We're looking at stories making headlines around the world.
First, a volcano in Indonesia experiences its biggest eruption this year. Well, we're mid-February. Take a look at this ash spewing from Mount Sinabung yesterday. It shot more than 16,000 feet into the sky. Officials say the eruption raised flight warnings actually around the Sumatra island to their highest level. There's no reports of any injuries. Mount Sinabung is one of 3 volcanoes currently active in Indonesia.
A British royal is thanking fashion for this week. Princess Kate and Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, hosted a fashion reception at Buckingham Palace. It's part of Fashion Week in London. The reception celebrated and showcased emerging talent from the 52 Commonwealth countries. The guests included supermodel Naomi Campbell, Vogue editor Anna Wintour, and designer Stella McCartney.
Many people aren't getting a piece of some finger-licking good chicken. KFC closed hundreds of stores in the United Kingdom yesterday. The fast food chain is running out of chicken. A new delivery partner distributed the food either too late or didn't deliver at all. Only a third of the KFC locations in the UK even opened at all yesterday. The company says it's too early to say how long it would take to restore normal service.
456, thousands of adults are testing out new toys expected to hit shelves soon.
And some of the trends are kind of gross. We'll take a closer look at the items parents can keep an eye out for.
Plus a new and growing online problem, how cyber squatting is sparking concern just before election season.
And we could be looking at a major breakthrough in diagnosing autism. How a new test could help doctors detect autism in children at a much earlier stage.